Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. Happy Gemini season to all my fellow Geminis out there. Come on in, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and come on y'all, let's discuss.
Scroll in the tube, found a star in the chaos. Tootie spitting facts like a modern day seance. Trending waves, politics in the spotlight. Raw with the wit, hits you sharp like a frostbite. Come on y'all, let's discuss her anthem, her creed. Breaking down the drama, uncovering the greed. Laugh through the truth, it's enlightenment with flair. Tootie talk sense, ain't no nonsense over there. Come on, we tuned into Tootie's vibe. High energy keeps the convo alive. From scandals to news, she hit it all bright. Tootie taking the mic like she owns the fight. Attention, detention, the trends are her prey. Mix politics with comedy in a slick ballet. Tootie busts through lies like a battering ram. Sharp commentary, she ain't giving a damn. Come on, we tuned into Tootie's vibe. High energy keeps the convo alive. From scandals to news, she hit it all bright. Tootie taking the mic like she owns the fight. From wild celeb tweets to the world's big decisions, Tootie brings the heat with the dopest precision. Her humor like spice, her tone like thunder. Dropping knowledge bombs make you sit there and wonder. Come on, we tuned into Tootie's vibe. High energy keeps the convo alive. From scandals to news, she hit it all bright. Tootie taking the mic like she owns the fight.
Of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Now today we're gonna do day 5 of the Diddy trial. So day 4 ended with the questioning, the cross-examining of Cassie. So in day 5, they said the jurors seem like they're more interested because it seems like the jurors began to lose attention in day 4. It seemed like they was almost bored once the day 4. I believe at the beginning there was they brought in the crime report and they was reading the crime report. So in day 5, they play a recording of an angry Cassie talking to Sujin, the guy who said he saw a recording of her pleasuring herself. It was a contrast to the Cassie that was testifying, because the Cassie that's testifying, she's very soft-spoken. As I told y'all, I think it was day 1 when they described like how Cassie voice is. I said it almost put me, from the description, it put me in the mind of, that Shannon Sharp 19-year-old, like the Gina girl with Tasha, like having conversations with that, not just they soft-spoken. It seems like conversations with them is not the brightest bulb in the pack. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like pulling teeth. That's how the Gina conversation was. And her testimony was compared to the Gina testimony on day 1. So it seems that she's a very soft-spoken person. But they show this, and she 8 months pregnant. So they play this recording like, y'all think that's who she is, but this who she truly is behind closed doors. But she was loud, she was angry on the recording. And Cassie was repeatedly asking to see the video. Then she started saying, I probably would have to say for YouTube, I had to say, I will unalive you. I will unalive you. I will put you in the desert. I will cut you. I will get someone else to do it because you are fucking with my life. And they like the audios up like raging, streaming, saying this. And then so Johnathan Oddie is the guy who up the Trump Tower. If y'all remember that, the crazy guy who, well, we all assume he was crazy, right? Because he, if you see the clip, I'm gonna put some of it in here. It's a whole 35-minute video, but he goes into saying stuff like Obama was a CIA agent and Osama bin Laden never existed. Obama was a CIA agent who made up Osama bin Laden, but it was him the whole time behind the 9/11 attacks. So he's a Trump supporter, but he went in there and pop the Trump tower. So he got arrested. I think they end up shooting him too, but he got arrested and they show his confession video. Now in the confession video, wait, do I need to talk about this right now or is it gonna come up later? But in a confession video, I'm gonna just talk about it now. If it comes up later, y'all, sorry that I repeat myself. But in a confession video, he says that DJ Cal is Hamas, that all three of them, that Cal, Rick Ross, and Diddy is gay. He said, y'all niggas gay. He said all three of them is gay. He said that he would have sex with Cassie and Diddy will watch. So like things that he said in this confessional end up coming out to be true. The Cassie and P. Diddy part. I'm not saying everything that man said is true because if you watch the 35-minute video, baby, he is all over the place. He been around the world, yeah, with that confession, baby. It jumps from here to there to everywhere. Okay? To me, oh, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble with this. Kind of remind me of Jaguar Wright. Well, that's why I don't believe everything that she ends up coming and saying because it's where you take one piece of the truth and then just throw a lot of other stuff in there. And then everybody like, yeah, she's speaking truth because Jay-Z was at a concert on that day in that city. And then she'll just throw a bunch of other stuff up in there. So one thing he said in the confessional, the 35-minute confessional, was true, was the part of P. Diddy and Cassie. Now, he also go into how he sued them. Well, he was pretty much blackmailing them. And he said it was for, he didn't say, well, he said it was for, was not what it was for. He didn't say it was for the videotape. He said they paid him for, I can't even remember. I can't remember what he said they paid him for. But then he ended up saying he met with them and they gave him the money. So he gave them a tape, but he kept one. He kept telling the officer, if you let me go home and you should get my computer, I can show you the tape. So he's saying that he had kept a copy of the tape because he was like, they gave it back to him. But I can't remember what this man said that I can't remember, y'all. It'll come to me. But anyway, y'all, it took me to the next day to remember, but I finally remember. What he said was he sued them because they gave him herpes. And when they met to give him the money for the lawsuit of giving him herpes, he gave them the tape.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Cause what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they Mark Erebos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible, I'm not sure. Now,
So that's Johnathan Oddie, that claims to be a sex slave for Diddy, and he brought up Cassie, but nobody believed him. In Cassie's testimony, she talks about how they had used Johnathan and wanted to freak off. He recorded the video and threatened to release the video, and Diddy had to pay a lot of money to get the video back. So they never used him again. Then the defense was blaming Diddy domestic abuse on his drug use. They show a message from Cassie saying, "You get effed up the wrong way. You always want to show me that you had the power to knock me around like a rag doll." The defense kept forgetting to submit stuff into evidence. The defense showed messages that Cassie and Diddy text after the hotel, with Diddy saying he's horny for her. And she's like, "It can't happen like Friday again." And Diddy said, "Fuck Friday." I was like, I don't know why the defense showing that, because that makes him look cold-hearted and like he ain't got no remorse. He ain't regret that shit. He said, "Fuck Friday." But then they go back and forth with "I love you" text. And said it felt like the defense is saying that this is just another day of sex, drugs, and violence for them, and it wasn't forced or kidnapped like it's being portrayed. Because, that's what the prosecutor is saying from that video. You can see she's trying to get away. Diddy drags her back. The defense is like, no, this is just another typical day. She wasn't forced there. So then there was the 2008 alleged R word. And then it was consensual sex after that. So Cassie's husband, Alex, had to leave the courtroom during her testimony about the R word, not because he couldn't handle it, but because the defense is possibly going to call him up to testify. So he can't be in the room doing the part he's going to get questioned on, because that's universal. That's not nothing new or unique for this case. So, because you can't sit there and listen to the testimony that you're gonna have a part to play in, because all you can do is listen and then just repeat what she says, and that'll defeat the whole point of a cross. If they're trying to call him in to prove that Cassie is a liar, if he listens to the testimony and that's his wife, he's just gonna be like, "Yeah, what my wife just said." So when he's asked to leave the courtroom, it's not because the stuff is too hard and he can't handle it. He's actually leave the courtroom because the defense is possibly going to call him up to testify. So he had to leave the courtroom and go to another room, then return when that part was over. During this time, Cassie and Diddy wasn't dating, and Cassie was dating Alex, her now husband. Defense says Cassie said this R word happened in August, but in her lawsuit, she said it happened in September. Then they show a bunch of text messages back and forth between her and Diddy. Some as late as 2020, when Cassie was married to Alex and was pregnant with her first child. Where Cassie is asking about Diddy kids, Diddy is saying he missed his best friend. She said she missed him too. Diddy's telling her she was his ride or die, and he thanked God for the time they had. You thank God for, okay. Cassie says she wouldn't be in the era she's in life without the time she had with Diddy. And I believe that could be her saying the era she is in life, that now that she's off drugs, like if you hadn't took me to everything that you took me to, maybe it wasn't a possibility of me my husband, me getting clean, me getting off drugs, me, because that's the era she was in at that time. So they go back and forth and have a closure meeting. They talk about having a closure meeting. Even though she was married and pregnant, Cassie was still messing with drugs and didn't get clean and sober until 2022 or 2023. And that's when, she decided to write the book. And she testified to this early when she was in rehab. Part of that was taking a journal, going through, writing down what she had been through in life. And that's where this book idea came from. And from doing that, sitting down writing the book, she said she began to have flashbacks of everything she'd been through, and that's what made her decide to go ahead with the lawsuit. Now, that's all I have down for my notes for day 5.